my song. Let's sing it. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on, it's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's insane. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah!
Hello, hello, hello. It is Wednesday. It is comic book day, and I am back, baby. Jesse Blaze Snider, comic book fan, comic book reader. Not only do I have a pile of great comic books to recommend to you for my 30 plus, 40, I don't know how many fucking years, 30 plus years of reading comic books, but I am back reading monthly books myself again. And the main thing that I got into to just like immediately jumpstart into a monthly reading schedule was getting into the Energon universe that's being produced by Robert Kirkman over at Image right now, where the Transformers and G.I. Joe are teaming up in a shared universe along with Void Rivals, I think it's called, one of the a property invented by Robert Kirkman for them. I have not been able to read Void Rivals, but I did read the first G.I. Joe thing. I was going to come and review that on the show today, but I'm not. I'm going to save that for another day because I read Volume 2 of Transformers by Daniel Warren Johnson, and it blew my fucking mind. It was so good. The first one was good. It was good enough for me to come on the show and recommend it to you guys. A new modern classic. This is 10 times better. It was so fucking awesome. And I immediately recommended it to my son Cassidy. I left it at the house with him. And when I left yesterday, I was visiting my babies over at their mom's house. And Cassidy actually called me this afternoon. He read it as soon as he got home. He really liked it. So really, really cool to be able to share that with my son and like get that going. I actually gave the first Transformers trade paperback to my brother Shane, along with the G.I. Joe Duke comic book that I read because I wanted him to get into it as well so he and I can enjoy some of these things together. Shane, I got into comics a little later than me, but I started handing him all my favorite stuff that I was reading as a kid, and he's read thousands of comics, literally just straight through me handing them to him, because basically I would give him stuff and he'd be like, all right, and he would check it out. And I mean, with few exception, I mean, he really, I gave him all the best of the best. And sometimes he'd read the stuff and he wouldn't necessarily like it as much as I did. But generally speaking, he liked it all enough to keep reading with me for a long time. So I'm really excited to get Shane into the Energon universe with me and all these G.I. Joe and Transformers comics. I've never been a G.I. Joe guy. I've never been a Transformers fan. I never gave a shit about the Transformers. And honestly, I still didn't really care about them viscerally after the first trade. But this trade made me care about them. And it was great. I can't wait to talk about it. Yesterday, we were here with some great animation recommendation. We were talking about Chainsaw Man. Great anime. If you're going to get into some fucking anime, start with Chainsaw Man. It is dope. Or if you're a big superhero guy, I would recommend One Punch Man, which is very, very funny, and we've been talking about that recently, but Chainsaw Man's great. Go back and check out that episode from yesterday. And then Monday, we did music, and we talked about Anthrax's Sound of White Noise, which is probably one of my favorite heavy metal records ever. There's some really amazing songs on that record, from Only, Room for One More, High Pro Glow, London, just so much shit. Highly recommend that. Go check that out. Tomorrow, we're going to be back with a live-action recommendation for Harry and the Hendersons, which is an old-school Bigfoot movie starring John Lithgow from Third Rock from the Sun. Great, great movie. Just watch that. I used to watch it as a kid. We own that. And broke it out to watch it with my daughter Parker, who's 9, and we had such a great time watching it. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And then Friday, I'm doing my third recommendation for a YouTube channel. One of my favorite channels is this dude, Brian Scott. He shares just basically brilliant philosophers and thinkers and meditation techniques and processes. He rules. He rules my school. I think he's so awesome. So I'm going to be talking about his channel on Friday. And then on Saturday, Sam Keith, the creator of the Max, has passed away. And we got to talk about it. We got to talk about Sam and his wonderful career. I love Sam so much, and it's a bummer to have lost such an important contributor to the art form of comic books and geek culture. I mean, I love that man. I'm really bummed out to hear that he's passed away. Nobody has ever made me want to draw more than Sam Keith, than the seeing the art of Sam Keith. So awesome. Anyway, we'll talk about that on Saturday. And on Sunday, I'll be back with my other show, Everything They Don't Want You to Know. Last Sunday, I led us through a visualization of all the ways that we would like to see the world resolve for justice. all the ways we want the world to change so that we can all have a happily ever after and we can move past all of the stupidity and evil that the Jeffrey Epstein files and other things have been bringing to light lately. Everything they don't want you to know is all the information that you need to know as you're seeing the kind of world that we really live in, controlled by secret societies and secret interests. There are some things that they don't want you to know, the information that they hoard to themselves. The first dozen episodes of my show are that information. It's literally the information that they're secretly fighting to try to get and trying to join these secret groups so they can find out this information. I give it all to you in the first dozen episodes of the show. That stuff is very real. I worked in Hollywood for a long time. I was invited to join the Illuminati multiple times, the Freemason multiple times, casually as can be. This stuff is as real as it gets. So check out everything they don't want you to know if you want to illuminate some of the darkness that you are surrounded by here on planet Earth. Also, my new now monthly show, All Your Favorite Bands Suck, is my love letter to every favorite band that I have. The last episode I did was for Grandson and his whole catalog. I'm about to do an episode now for the Black Keys, I think, this week. They're great. If you love music, tons of genres. It's just deep dives, me recommending their whole catalog, everything worthy in their catalog, me going, well, listen to this, and check out this, and start here, and go to there. If you love music, check it out. Anyway, I'm JBS at blacklightdistrict.studio. If you want to email me recommendations or, write me hate mail or write me love letters, I don't give a shit. And then blacklightdistrict.studio, that's my company. We make boutique comic books and boutique music. If you want to check out some of the next level comic book creations like Fucking for Our Future and King of Kings, great stuff, comedy, satire, great comic books. You'll love them. And there's hundreds of tracks, free music on our website. Stop paying for Spotify and paying all these fucking assholes. Just go to our website, enjoy some free shit. It is worth your time. All righty. Without further ado, I'll just say I love you and thank you for listening to my show. And let's do this. Transformers Skybound Energon Universe Volume 2. This is produced by Robert Kirkman, the Energon line, and this is written specifically by Daniel Warren Johnson. It is drawn by George Corona, who is awesome. Daniel Warren Johnson is an incredible writer, artist, one of the few in the business. New dude. He is brilliant, and he's been getting a lot of work and doing a lot of cool shit. You might have heard about him he did a Wonder Woman thing, I think called like Dead Earth or something like that. He did a Beta Ray Bill Thor thing that was great. That was how I found out about him. I read his miniseries. It was awesome. This came out launch year anyway in 2023. Volume 2 came out in around 2024 from Skybound and Image. It's colored by Mike Spicer over on George Corona. Daniel Warren Johnson drew the first 6 issues, but now it's George Corona, and he rules. Robert Kirkman is overseeing this thing, for the Skybound editorial team. And this is a connected universe, the Energon universe. It's the G.I. Joe continuity connected to the Transformers and plus Void Rivals. And now they're bringing in the Mask property, which I don't know if I'm going to be reading the Mask thing. I hear the writer that they've brought in isn't very good. But this has sold out multiple printings of early issues, major critical and fan buzz, which is why I was drawn to it in the first place. Helped relaunch Transformers comics to mainstream attention, and they were even talking about turning this into the new film universe and whatever. Again, another reason why I was like, oh, well, one more thing for me to get in while it's cool. Not get in while it's cool, but like get in while there hasn't been any adaptations. Like get in, like it's cool because this is the only way to get it right now is as a comic. It might be turned into something in the future, and I can enjoy that too, but like get it now while it's this comic that everybody's talking about, and it's great. So, and I'm not a big Transformers G.I. Joe fan. I've always wanted to get into those things, especially because my best friend Aaron Sparrow, he's into Transformers and he's into G.I. Joe. So I was like, okay, cool, good excuse for me to get into it. And boy, did it get me into it. It's been very, very popular at the comic shops, and like finding the Void Rivals trade. I'm not the only one who's like trying to get into this thing, but all of it's been wildly praised for the art and the emotional storytelling, which really is the biggest thing in this second volume. The emotional storytelling. Well, I'll talk about some specifics in a second. Are just really great. It's been selling great. There's been multiple reprints for number one, and I'm only sharing this stuff because, like, I'm not the only one who's like getting into this. There's a lot of people enjoying this right now. So recommendation as far as the market is concerned. The collected editions have become fucking strong sellers in the graphic novel aftermarket. I've been having a hard time finding Void Rivals, for example, or Cobra Commander, for another example. But it's become a really cool thing. This is G.I. Joe, Void Rivals, and Transformers all in one universe. It is much more violent and emotional than classic Transformers comics. It's focusing on character drama and the war trauma. Like really. And there's just a cinematic storytelling and dynamic action in the art that is just awesome. It's a lot less stiff than traditionally speaking the Transformers come across. And, it's designed as a fresh reboot entry point for new readers. So, like somebody like me, it's just bringing all of this stuff that is classic for other people who are Transformer fans, but just giving it to me really fresh. So, the first story arc had Starscream, who's like the number 2 bad guy to Megatron. Megatron doesn't show up in the first arc. Starscream is leading the bad guys. He's got Soundwave. He's got the Constructicons and a couple of the most famous Decepticon characters. Essentially, like they're trying to revive more of the bad guys and bring in more of the bad guys to take over the Earth. Meanwhile, the Autobots are also trying to do the same thing. They're trying to revive more of their people to protect the Earth. They're trying to stop the Decepticons from reviving any more of their people, making the situation any worse. Essentially, Optimus Prime has like a real guilty conscience about bringing the Autobot Decepticon war to the Earth. Like he's brought their war to their doorstep, and this is going to hurt and kill a lot of human beings, and he feels real regret for it. When you get into the second arc, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but the second arc just literally starts with Soundwave kicking the shit out of what's his name? The guy that I just mentioned, the original leader of the Decepticons. He kills him, it seems, and takes over leadership of the bad guys. And basically, as he does that, it creates new space for new bad guys to come in. And then he brings in another guy. It's another wave. There's Soundwave, and there's... I forget what the dude's name is. He's another wave character. But really cool purple robot character who's evil. And... that switching of like, this guy's dead, so now this guy shows up. This guy's dead, so now this guy shows up. The first arc, they lose Bumblebee. They really are playing with these robots like they're toys. Like there's more where that came from. And here's another one, and here's this new guy, and he's got this personality. And all of those wonderful personalities, they're really rooted. And the trauma of the war between the Autobots and the Decepticons is made very real, especially in this second arc through this pink character who's named Elita. She is saving the Nagus. He's like one of the other primes, like one of the other Optimus Prime-like characters who's really big and will turn into a truck. When you first see this dude, he is in shambles. He looks terrible, like really disturbing. One of the pages I showed my son to get him interested in the book, I'm like, they said he's been being tortured for 1,000 years. And Alita shows up to save him, and he's begging her to kill him. And finally, she's like, I promise, if we get captured, or if we're going to get captured, I'll kill us both. But she ends up escaping through a portal that gets opened up by the Decepticons, who are trying to get more of their bad guys into the dimension. And we end up getting 2 good guys who come in. And she is not happy with Optimus Prime. She's basically blaming him for all of the death and destruction going on with the Autobots on Cybertron. He left to find a new planet. He left on his mission to try and find a new home for them, and he left them in a bad state, and lots of their friends are now dead. And this old leader of the Autobots has been tortured for 1,000 years. And then they eventually, some of the robots get caught by some of the Autobots, the ones that we've been hanging out with. They get caught by the Decepticons, and now they're the ones who are going to be getting tortured, and they have to go rescue them. And the way it's depicted is just really heavy and really fucked up. Alita, you really feel it. She's just like, your choice, Optimus Prime, your fucking choice to leave. You left us. You left us behind. And we're screwed over because of this. Like, we've lost so many people. So many people have died because of you. And oh my God, that, like, I won't even spoil the end, like like a choice that Optimus makes in the end, which, like, for him and for his race of people and all these things, like, you're just like, oh fuck, that is rough. Like, he did the right thing, and oh man, like how are his people gonna feel about this? Again, I won't give you all the details. The stuff that the Decepticons are doing, from just squishing the little human beings in their hands like they're nothing. I mean, like, that was one of the early bits of like, wow, this is so much more realistic than Transformers has ever been. These bad guy robots, it's just boom, and they're dead. And their willingness to hurt and torture each other, the bad guys, to get what they want. It's really well done. They have a moment where they're like, sort of, the Decepticons are talking about how lovely the Earth is, how lush and how wonderful. I won't spoil it completely, but basically 2 seconds later, they turn on this machine and they start incinerating all of the life on Earth so that they can make themselves power. They all need what's called energon in order to power their robots. They need energy to power themselves. And they're going to basically burn the fossil fuel until it's gone and power themselves and strip mine the whole world. The last thing that I'll say to really, like, bring it home is that they did multiple things besides the war trauma to really ground us into caring about these robots. And they have the Spike character, who's like the Blickwicki or whatever the fuck his name is, from the Shia LaBeouf character from the films. He gets hurt. He ends up in like a wheelchair. The first arc, his dad sacrifices himself to like save everybody, and he like ends up like incinerated in freaking Optimus Prime's like body, essentially. And in this second arc, Optimus Prime starts having all these flashbacks, like he's a dad and he's holding a baby. It's Spike. He's holding the kid, and like it's like he's little. He's like human sized. He's having all these human experiences of having a child. And I believe they're saying that the dad's soul and Optimus's soul are combining. And so he's being linked stronger to the Earth and to this world through the Spike character. Suffice to say, it's awesome. The action's great. The characterization is great. As I was reading the book, I just started going, I wonder if this guy was in the first wave of Transformers. I wonder if this guy was. I bet this guy wasn't in the first wave of Transformers. I wonder how many characters of Transformers they've even released. And so now I've been like investigating the Transformers and looking back and looking at this and looking at that because I'm really interested. They got me. They fucking got me interested. And now it's too late. It's too late now, man. Fucking interested. So 10 times better than the first one. The first volume was great. Read the first volume, but get this second volume. It's an instant classic. It's so fucking great. It's self-contained. You don't need to read the G.I. Joe books or read anything else. The story is all here, and it will make you like Transformers. Really, that's all I can say. Is it made me engage and really love Transformers. I am super into Transformers right now, and it's because I so enjoyed this comic book. Thank you so much for listening to my show to the end. I'm so excited to come back tomorrow so we can celebrate some great live action filmmaking with the incredible Harry and the Hendersons, a really funny Bigfoot movie that me and my daughter just enjoyed this week. Love you so much. Thank you for listening to the show until the end. Please join me again tomorrow and for the rest of the week for some more great Coolest Alive. Love you. Peace out. You've been listening to Coolest Alive with me, your host, Jesse Blaze Snider. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more excellent entertainment recommendations. Thanks for listening.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. Come on. It's gonna be fucking awesome. You know the words. It's gonna be fucking awesome. That's it. Say, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah! It's my favorite part. Isn't that heavy? I played that. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Coolest alive. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Stay with your tribe. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Revenge of the Geeks. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Week after weeks. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Laughing with you. It's gonna be fucking awesome. And crying sometimes too. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Spelling it out. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Making you shout. I'm a genius. I got lyrics coming out me bum for days. You like that? It's a kazoo solo. I played that too. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Talking some shit. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Living the shit. My voice is fucking awesome. Food in our mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Get in the mouth. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Tell all your friends. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Call right on text. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Raising the bar. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Straight to the stars. It's gonna be fucking awesome. It's starting soon. Straight to the top of the awesome. Passing the moon. It's gonna be fucking awesome. On with the show. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Ready, set, go.
It's going to be fucking awesome. Fucking awesome. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Just wait. You'll see. You'll all see.
You'll all see.
The podcast playground. Hooray!